everyone. It's Dr. Coop here with the morning announcements for Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. And today marks two special days. The first is that it's Earth Day. So happy Earth Day to everyone. And the second day is it's Happy Administrative Professionals Day to Mrs. Guzowitz. Mrs. Guzowitz, we think you're incredible. Here's her picture. We think you're an incredible person. You do so much for us. We appreciate you and we adore you. So happy day, Mrs. Guzowitz. Today, we're going to start with the Earth Day origin. So how did Earth Day begin? Well, today, Earth Day is the largest secular observance day in the world, celebrated by more than 1 billion people every year. 2020 marks the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. Over 193 countries around the world celebrate Earth Day. Earth Day was founded by Gaylord Nelson. He was a U.S. senator at that time. So here's a really great video of astronaut Jessica Meir, and she's going to talk about today, Earth Day today, and its special meaning. Here we go.
From the International Space Station, I am NASA astronaut Jessica Meir, observing with all of you the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. During my stay here on the ISS, one of my favorite activities was to look out of the window and admire our beautiful home planet, taking a moment to appreciate the extraordinary diversity of ecosystems and life in Earth's cradle. This year marks 50 years of a concerted effort to protect our fragile environment and conserve the natural balance of Earth's interconnected systems. Using that knowledge to live sustainably on our home planet, protect life around the world, and adapt to natural and human-caused changes. NASA space exploration continues to inspire us to be better stewards of our planet. The iconic 1969 Apollo 8 Earthrise photo of Earth appearing over the moon's horizon helped unite a generation into appreciating the fragility of Earth. As NASA returns humans to the moon and eventually beyond, views of our home planet from these space explorers will continue to amaze and inspire the world. We must maintain our efforts to go forth sustainably as responsible stewards. Congratulations and thank you to all those supporting and protecting our Earth on this 50th anniversary of Earth Day.
Thank you so much to astronaut Jessica Meir for that important message. Earth Day 2020 facts. 50 years ago, like Jessica said, we celebrated our first Earth Day. Earth Day reminds us to appreciate our global home, to assess its health and how it's changing, and then consider simple ways to protect it. Happy birthday, Earth Day. The first Earth Day in 1970 inspired the passage of the Clean Air, Clean Water, and Endangered Species Act, according to EPA. The theme for Earth Day this year is climate action, and around 1 billion people take part in Earth Day activities around the world every single year for 50 years now. How can we all help to take care of our Earth? Well, you can help take care of our Earth. I can help take care of our Earth. So here's some of the things we can do. We can turn off the lights when we're not using them. Don't forget to do that. We can turn off the water and not let it run when we're not using the water. We can plant trees or a bush. We can plant perennial flowers. We can clean up a park or forest preserve. We can feed the animals. We can gather and recycle batteries. We can use glass bottles. We can use reusable bags at the store. We can always remember to unplug. We can make sculptures or usable things from junk. We can recycle old cell phones. We can recycle paper and plastic. We can walk when we can. That means use less cars. Don't drive as often, but try to walk more. All right, now that we've had an introduction to Earth Day, let's say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And our weather report from our weather man, Frank Nunn, is...
Hi, temperature today is 49, sunny, breezy with highs around 50. West winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. A freeze warning until 8 a.m. today, and a pollen alert until 12 a.m. today. Your low temperature today is 33, mostly clear in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy, cold with lows in the lower 30s. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 miles per hour, diminishing to around 5 miles per hour with gusts up to 5 miles per hour after midnight. So it might be cold today. Thank you.
Why, thank you, Frank Nunn, for an excellent weather report as always. We really appreciate it. And we have a birthday today. Happy birthday, Maggie Patron. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. From the Counseling Corner from Mr. Levine, there are many ways we can show gratitude and appreciation to people that help us. One such way is a handwritten note or a typed email. So today, try and write someone a note to say thank you. I appreciate you, or you mean a lot to me. It will make you feel good, and it'll make the person who receives it feel great. The riddle of the day, also from Mr. Levine, what sport can you eat? That would be squash. And here's a man who is playing squash, and squash is very delicious. If you've never tried squash, give it a try. Student highlight, caught being awesome. Ellis Goggins, you are awesome. During remote learning, you are doing such a great job with all your work. You have a great attitude and your participation is excellent. Keep it up, Ella. Great job, Ella. Our story highlight of the day from Mr. Paradiso is called The Good Egg by Jory John. So let's take a little bit of a look at that.
Art. Even in my earliest days,
start from the
back at the store.
Okay.
The Good Egg by Jory John. Oh, hello. I was just rescuing this cat. Know why? Because I'm a good egg. A very good egg. It's true. I do all kinds of good things. Like, I'll carry your groceries. I'll water your plants. I'll change your tires. I'll paint your house. If you need any help whatsoever, I'm your egg.
Wow, I like that egg. He seems like a good egg, like the title says. So make sure you check that out. Okay. On to the word of the day from Mrs. Guzowitz. Remember, it's her special day today. The word of the day is home, which is a noun. What does it mean? The place where one lives, especially as a member of a family. How do you use it? We live in a very special place, a place we call home. Earth, a place that is enjoyable, happy, where we all can laugh and we can learn. Thank you, Mrs. Guzowitz, and have a great day. This day in history, in 1500, Portuguese navigator Pedro Cabral discovered Brazil. In 1970, the first Earth Day was celebrated. And in 1993, here's a picture of Pedro. And in 1993, the Holocaust Memorial Museum is dedicated in Washington, D.C. Learning new things. We have students that have learned a lot of new things. A third grader learned how to make a protective mask so that she and her mom could sit 20 feet from her grandparents' talk and give air kisses. A student learned that a starfish can have babies by cutting off their arms. They grow back their arms, and their arms grow into more starfish. A student learned how to make grilled cheese and make her own lunch each day. Even though a student knew how to roller skate on a roller rink, she learned how to do it on the road. A student learned that you can bake a cake without butter, without eggs, without milk, and without electricity. A first grader learned how to play chords on a piano. Wow! A student learned to ride her bike with no hands up and down the hill, even on a flat road. And a student learned how to ride a skateboard. A student learned to sneeze with her eyes open. A student learned penguins have knees. A student learned how to knit and loves riding a bike. A student learned that spiders have 8 eyes, but they can't see very well. Some can't even see at all. A student learned how to take apart a phone. A student learned how to ride a bike. 2 fifth graders learned a trick called seesaw. A student learned how to fix the handlebars on her bike. And from a 4th grader, honey never goes bad. Also, you can drink any year-old milk and not get sick, but it might not taste good. So, if you learned something new you want me to share with everyone else, please email me at coopk@madisonnjps.org. State of the day is Vermont. Vermont gets its name from 2 French words. It was one of the first states to outlaw slavery. It is the 2nd smallest state by population, number of people, after Wyoming. Ben & Jerry's ice cream began at a gas station in Burlington, Vermont, and Vermont is the home of maple syrup. There are about 624,000 people, approximately, that live in Vermont. It's known as the Green Mountain State. Its abbreviation is capital V, capital T, and major industries are manufacturing, agriculture, service industry, energy, and technology. Well, it seems like a great state. So let's take a look to see where it is on the map. Here it is. Here's our little Vermont right here. Here we are in New Jersey, so we're not too far. It's a little bit of a drive, but you certainly could drive it by car. You could take a trip to Vermont and drive in a car. From Mrs. Morantz, the health tip of the week, Every Kid Healthy Week, which is this week, Wellness Wednesday, Earth Day, go for a long walk. Walking helps to increase oxygen to your heart, burn calories, and decrease stress. Turn off the water when brushing your teeth and turn it back on to rinse your mouth and toothbrush. Limit electricity by turning off lights when you leave a room and limiting your screen time. Some other Earth Day fun facts. Today's average American generates about 4.5 pounds of trash compared to 2.68 pounds in 1960, according to the EPA. U.S. automobile fuel economy increased 24% between 2004 and 2017. You can improve your car's fuel economy by 7 to 14% simply by obeying the speed limit. Electronic devices plugged in on standby mode can account for 5 to 10% of a household's energy use. Using a dishwasher is more eco-friendly than hand washing dishes. Good to know. According to a recent study from the University of Michigan, nearly 80% of all plastic waste ever created by humans is still in the environment, according to Recycle Now. And more than 30 countries and regions have introduced bans on disposable plastic bags to fight plastic waste. So make sure that you bring your own bag when you go shopping and reuse that bag. A big shout out to the Kings Road School parents. Thank you for everything you do for your children and for Kings Road School. You are the best. We appreciate you, and this slide is in honor of you. From the Visual Arts Department, please follow them on Facebook at Madison Visual Arts. They're also on Instagram at Madison Visual Arts and post using the hashtag MPS Artful Dodger. And finally, our last slide is Make Everyday Earth Day. I really like this slide because today is special. It is April 22nd, and we know that every April 22nd is Earth Day, and this year it's the 50th Earth Day. However, I think every day we can be aware of what we can all do, you and me and everyone else, to make sure that our planet stays healthy, that our planet, that we clean up, make sure we clean up our planet, that we take good care of our planet, so that it's here for many, many more years. So have a wonderful day. Make sure that you work hard on your assignments that your teachers have assigned you today. Make sure that you respect yourself, that you respect your parents, that you respect everyone else, that you make some time for play today. That is so important, that you relax, enjoy, laugh a lot, and just have an overall great day. Happy Earth Day to everyone. Happy Administrative Professionals Day to Mrs. Guzowitz again. And just have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you tomorrow.